Hey, Barakatha Yahawah, Barakatha Yahawashi, and Barakatham to the elect and the elders and the apostles of Israel. Just want to do a quick lesson on putting on a new man after accepting the truth. Like they say, what do they say in the Bible that you can't, like, it's like putting new wine in an old skin. You don't want to do that. You want to basically put on the new man and leave the old man, behind. So here we go. This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 9. I'm going to go down to 10. All right. It says, lie not to one another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds. Verse 10, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him. Okay, so we want to put on as the elect, man, like Yahawah Bahasham is going to be in a new world. We want to try to, this is a version of that. We want to try to mimic or mock, or meaning like imitate the new way of the Lord, right? That is going to be established on the earth. We don't want to keep, imitating that old man of ours. Put on a new man, and Yahawashi will deal with us. Okay, this is the book of Ephesians. Just got a few scriptures here, real quick, man. Don't want to be too long. Just had this in mind, man, just to help somebody who might be struggling with making a change, man. The answers are always in the scriptures. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse 24. It says, and that ye put on the new man, which after Yahawah is created in righteousness and true holiness. Okay, so you're not going to do the same things that you used to do once you put on this new man. Okay, you put on the new armor, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. There's got to be a change. Okay, you can't just, I always use myself as an example, starting with me. Go back to smoking cigarettes, right? Going back to smoking Black and Mouse, but saying I love Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. That's not gonna work, people. You gotta make a change. The Lord requires a change. Okay. This is the book of 2 Corinthians. Trying to be quick as I can, real quick here, y'all. 2 Corinthians, chapter 5 and verse 17. It says, therefore, if any man be in Hamashiach, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. Okay, so you gotta this gotta be, it's like being a baby all over again, so to speak. Like, you're basically, man, like what we learned in these churches growing up, a lot of us in Christians and that, Baptist churches and that, you gotta put it all off, man. It was all a lie. It was all to get you you know searching for the real truth, which is in the Bible. Use it for what it was for. Okay, ultimately, not for all of us. It wasn't meant for us to stumble and stay there. Some of us, it was meant for us to go to the real truth, follow the 100% truth, and the men that presented that way from the scriptures. Okay, always go to the scriptures. Okay, never what another man says. But yeah, that's awesome, man. You didn't gotta put on a new man. Okay, this is the book of John, chapter 3 and verse 3. It says, Yahawashi answered and said unto him, verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of Yahawah. Okay, so basically, man, if you plan on reigning or having any stake in the next life, you have to be born again. Okay, you can't just say that the Lord knows my heart and go from there, man. It doesn't work like that. You got to make a change from your diet to the way you take care of your household. Okay, to the way you conduct yourself, even at work. All right, you always want to be thinking of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi in everything you do. With all things, we want to give thanks and reverence to our power, man. Okay, this is the book of First Peter. There's a few scriptures, y'all. Not trying to do too much here. Just trying to encourage, exhort some people if possible, man. This is the book of First Peter, chapter 1 in verse 23. It says, being born again, not of corruptible seed, but of incorruptible, by the word of Yahawah, which liveth and abideth forever. All right, so this is not something that you're just going to do momentarily. This is going to be something that's going to be carried on into the new kingdom. Like, this is an audition. So we want to make sure we're putting on as if Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi was standing in front of us. Okay, you know, there's certain things like you wouldn't do in front of certain people. We have to look at our power like that. Okay, real quick, this is two more scriptures. Okay, this is the book of Luke, and I'm gonna get this one in the NLT. This is the book of Luke, chapter 5 and verse 36. In the NLT, it says, then Yahawashi gave them this illustration. No one tears a piece of cloth from a new garment and uses it to patch an old garment. For then the new garment would be ruined and the new patch wouldn't even match the old garment. You see what I'm saying? So like there's gonna be, it's gonna look weird if you're trying to fake this. Okay, you have to put off the old man. Okay, you can't do both. Okay, you can't serve both. You're gonna love one or hate the other. All right, you cannot do that. You have to be a new creature. You have to be born again. The old ways have to become just that, the old ways. You know, keep them in the past. All right, don't bring them into your newfound peace and righteousness. All right, last one. I got one in Galatians here. It's the book of Galatians, chapter 6 and verse 15. Excuse me, bear with me. Okay, it says, this is the NLT, I want to say. Yeah, I think this is NLT. All right, it says, it says, for in Hamashiach Yahawashi, neither circumcision availeth anything, nor uncircumcision, but a new creature. Okay, so like, once you become a circumcised believer in this truth, all right, meaning you understand and you have the knowledge is with you at that point, you put on a new creature, hey man, stick with it, man. You know, don't go back to the old uncircumcised ways where you came out of being a heathenistic Israelite and you going back to being a heathenistic Israelite. Okay, don't do that. All right, stay the course, man. It's worth it. All right, when you're having trouble, just go into the scriptures and pray, man. You know, especially, you know, you Christians who might be coming out of the uncircumcision, so to speak, as a heathen because they weren't teaching you out of the Bible and they did it for mammon and filthy lucre. Okay, you have to learn all over again, strip it all down. It's going to be a frustrating process at first, but Lord willing, you get through it if you're part of the elect, because at this point, it's very important that we gather as many people from all corners of the earth, wherever they're at, in churches, wherever, and embed them to the marriage, man, so we can finally have Yahawashi come and reign on his throne. So with that, I'm going to close out, and Lord willing, I get to do this again. Barakatha Yahawah, Barakatha Yahawashi, and Barakatha and Barakatham to the elect and the apostles of the nation of Israel.